How's it going, everybody? I'm Max here again. We're going to talk today about the difference between small reel and big reels, some general differences. We're going to start off looking at the side here. This is the preset drag knob. Both of them function the same way. Over here we have a lever drag. On here you actually have to hold it down before you can advance your drag. It's a heavier weight. Over here you can just go ahead and push it. Going down a little bit, we have clickers. All reels come with clickers standard, so every reel is going to come with that. Moving to the back, we have two differences here. The fuse holders on the two, this one just requires you to unscrew it with your hands. You don't need any tools or anything necessary. There's that. But on the smaller reels, the difference is that it requires you to use a flathead screwdriver, like such, to get the fuse out. There's a little fuse. Let's put it back. And we can talk about the differences between the switches on both. Make sure this one's all the way tight. And I could always recommend putting a little bit of outboard grease on your fuses, just to avoid any corrosion or all that good stuff that salt water causes. Alright, so looking up here, it's a little bit more basic than this is a non-variable speed. We have the momentary, that when you let it go, the reel shuts off on its own. Over here we have the permanently on and off toggle switch, that if you put it down, you can walk away, have a drink, whatever, and the reel will stay on. However, I don't recommend having a drink while you're leaving this on. Then you can shut it off, and the reel stays off.
Let's turn on the clicker so you can hear the clicker.
Turn on the clicker here.
Yep. That is the reel with the clicker, and as you can see, it is very, very loud. All Kristal reels feature a loud clicker.
For wahoo fishing or whatever it is that you want to do and hear that bite, you won't miss it. Alright, so moving down here, we have a reel with a variable speed feature. Let's check it out. We have the same switch. Oh, let me tighten up the fuse here. Alright, he's going to plug me in there. So here we have the momentary, that once you let it go, same thing, it shuts off. Same concept. Over here, the switch is on the down position. However, if you notice, the reel hasn't turned on. The variable speed, to start it, you're going to have to turn this clockwise, and the further you go, the faster the reel gets. And if you want to shut this off quickly, you just turn the switch. But be careful, because once you turn the switch on, it stays engaged. So whenever you shut this reel off with a switch, back this off all the way so that when you hit the switch, if you have the drag on and the swivel's hooked up to the reel, you don't break your rod or whatever it may be. So you just turn this, there's full speed, and you can go down to a really slow speed to off.
And that's the variable speed available on the Kristal 655 and 611 and 605 reels. Let's talk about how to store the reel. When we put the reel away, we basically back down on the drag. We loosen the drag just like with any other big game reel. We store them on free spool, and then we just engage the clicker so the line does not come off while you have it at home stored on your upright rod holders. That allows the spool not to despool itself while it's sitting there. And that's basically it. Now, we wash these down with fresh water, free-flowing fresh water. We never use a pressurized system to clean these. As we all know, soap will break down the surface area, reduce the surface tension of the water, allowing the salt to get in the reel. So you never want to wash any reel with soap. You just want to basically wash them down with free-flowing water, dry them off, and then if you want to throw some super slick stuff or any of those corrosion protection sprays, that'll work just fine. And then you just store your reel with the drag off and the clicker engaged, and you're good to go. Anything else you want to add, Max?
Yeah, just another thing is try to keep the reel facing up. Don't put it upside down. I'm not a big fan of that. So as you see it right now, it's probably the best way you could store it, facing up as if you're ready to fish.
All right.
That's it.
Tight lines, guys.
Catch them up.